Mm.
But, you know, we get in our heads and we go off on our thing, and we think we know better for somebody than they know for themselves. And actually, we don't.
Mm. Mm.
It's not our journey.
No. No. Yeah. Honouring somebody else's journey.
Yeah, completely.
Mm. Yeah. So our last card.
Okay.
Gates of Triumph.
Oh, so success expands in your life. Brilliant.
What does that
Okay,
mean?
let's talk about being positive. And let's talk about the dark side of being positive.
Oh, yeah, that's juicy. Yep.
Yeah. So, particularly with cancer, everyone is like, they talk about cancer patients in terms of being inspirational, being brave, being this, that, and the other. Well, we're all just trying to cope. So, you know, let's just put that one aside. But you will get people exhorting you to be positive, have a positive attitude. You know, you'll get through it. Everything will be fine. So there's a level of dismissal in that what you're going through isn't traumatic. You'll be fine. Everything will be okay. But that, again, comes from the fixing place. Yes. I want you to be okay, so I'm just going to tell you it's going to be okay. And then it'll be okay, except it won't be. But anyway. So you have this positive thing. So all cancer patients are feeling like they have to be these inspirational, bouncy, positive people. And of course, you have the metaphysical level underneath, where there's a little bit of fear that if you aren't positive, you're attracting a worse circumstance.
Oh, yeah.
So you've got that going on as well. And then what you have is this toxic soup of complete denial about how you feel.
And that's probably the worst thing you can do.
It's the worst thing you could possibly do. So basically what you have to do is you have to feel your feelings. When they come, it's like grief. You have to let it come. You have to let it take you over. You go with the flow. You cry it out. You scream it out. You bash a cushion. You do whatever you need to do to get it out. And once you've done that, there's this wonderful sense of feeling clear that comes back. Yeah. And from that space, you can be positive. Yeah. But you can't be positive when you're just whitewashing over this sea of toxicity. So it requires you, yes, be positive. It is what will carry you forward, and you need, and back to that idea of success and the gate, if you want to really heal, you have to have a compelling vision of what your life will be like after this to pull you through. You want something to pull you through the gate, because it's really easy to get lost in a mud puddle on this side of the gate.
Yeah.
It's really easy to get lost in all the fear and the anxiety or whatever. So you have to have that positive vision of, what does this mean for me? How is my life going to change? What do I want to change in my life as a result of this happening? You have that vision, you feel your feelings, and then that allows you that positive trajectory. It also means that when you have a setback, which everyone does, something doesn't go quite their way. It's not, healing is like this. When I had chronic fatigue, I had a doctor who drew a diagram for me that looked very much like a stock market rise. You know, where they have the peaks and the troughs, but it's always rising. But there's a point where it rises and then it falls, and then it rises and falls. And he said that's what healing is like. So you will have setbacks. You'll have moments where you think, I was feeling so great yesterday. I wasn't tired. Now today I can barely get out of bed. And it's that acceptance and allowing that feeling of, okay, well, today's not a great day. And that's okay. So it really is, positivity comes from feeling your feelings.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
From dealing with your emotions. That's true positivity. True triumph. True success comes from that.
Embracing
having a positive attitude and being inspirational doesn't. You may be inspirational to other people because of how you've dealt with it.
Yeah, the strength.
Yeah, but you're not trying to be that. Most cancer patients are just trying to get through the day.
Yeah, because I mean, I found that kind of like earlier in this year, I was embracing rage, and I think it, yay, and I think it is kind of like when you have a vision of where you want to go. I think we all, like, the traditional teaching is like, you have the vision and then you keep your vibe up and then you keep following, like, step by step by step, and whoa, magically it all comes. But what I found through kind of, working more with the subconscious mind is that, yes, that vision goes to the subconscious mind, but then the subconscious mind is like, okay, so to have that, I've got to get rid of that, and I've got to change that, and that's in the way. So it's you have powerfully put this blueprint in.
Yes.
But you've got to process.
So much. Because as soon as you light upon something, and I use that word advisor, you light on something, everything that's dark comes up.
Yes, it does. Yes. Yeah.
And then you have to deal with it. And there is, I mean, in this particular book, I use a lot of techniques for dealing with emotional healing, because it's the emotional healing that we need to go through. This is the area that most of us are not that comfortable with.
Yeah.
In the book, I'm working on 4 levels. So it's physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. We've all got our balances. There are places we like to hang out where we feel comfortable. Most of us, mental level, maybe a bit of physical, or, maybe it's mental, spiritual, think of the dark side of the light chasers. There's all the chasing the light, but there's nothing that's actually physical or grounded, nor dealing with their own shit.
Yeah, the spiritual bypass.
Yeah, complete spiritual bypass. So we have to look at, where's the level that I won't naturally go there because I don't feel comfortable or proficient. It's the Joseph Campbell thing, the cave that you fear to enter holds the greatest treasure. Yeah. It's that. And for most people, it's the emotional side of things, and it's the value. So it's the emotional, it's our emotional patterns, the way that we don't nourish ourselves, the way that we hold ourselves back, the way that we people please. All of these factors, you think of breasts as nourishment. Yes. That's their function, nourish and nurture. So in breast cancer patients, you see an emotional pattern of people who nourish other people, but they don't nourish themselves. So my big thing is self-care, is how do you make sure that you are nourishing and nurturing yourself? And when I meant a vision of life after cancer, I meant a vision of a life where you're living your values. You're doing what you really want to do. You're not doing things because you think you should. You're not pursuing a career because that was what your family always did. Whatever secret dream that you have been holding back, when you get cancer, that's what you need to go for, and you need to go for it big time.
And that hope that actually the more we can connect with that before it takes something as severe.
Yes, exactly. I mean, I really just, it took me losing a breast to get to this, to really understand it and to see. I mean, I could have we talked about listening to the whispers of intuition. I could have listened to the whispers many years before, but, I had to wait for a sledgehammer. That was just...
A lot of us do. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I got. But, that sledgehammer sure as hell woke me up. Gave me a bit of a headache, but it sure as hell woke me up.
Yeah. And look at that wisdom and like the power of your story behind it as well. It's just, because a lot of the things we've talked about, they're out there. They're in different forms.
Yes.
But the power of your experience and the way you've got through it, and I know, like, the whole process of writing a book brings clarity like nothing else.
Yes. Yeah.
Just the impact that you're making on people is incredible.
I hope so, because the whole point of it was I didn't want someone to come behind me and struggle the way that I did, to understand the disease, to understand choices, to understand how I might heal myself.
Yeah.
I wanted to make it easy. I'm a writer, a researcher in that sense. You give me a subject, I'll be straight at it, trying to find out, what is this really about? So I took the deep dive so other people don't have to. They get the benefit of it. And I was a coach and counselor when I went into this process. So I took that with me. That went with me on the journey. I was always trying to work out the way that I could self-soothe. How could I calm myself? How could I make it easier for myself? That was what I was always looking for, because I knew it wasn't going to come from outside. There is no comfort when you have cancer. There is no magic pill.
No.
There's no healer who's going to make it all go away. There is no treatment that's guaranteed. So nothing outside will save you. You have to go within and choose how you're going to do your healing process in a way that you feel. So your safety is your trust in yourself.
Yeah. Going back to that beginning, that it can be this.
Yes.
But it comes from the safety, the intuition.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Because that's what will carry you through. I mean, that's why the book is called Stronger Than Before. I have so much more trust in myself now. I have so much more conviction about what I want to do with my life. I still have the same old crap that everyone has. If I want to go and do something new, then the old crap comes up. I'm still dealing with that. Everybody is. We talked about it before. If you're still dealing with this crap, you're alive.
Yeah. I bet Oprah is as well.
Yes, of course she is. Everybody is. And I think that's a really important thing. And this is a big thing when you're writing. You need to offer vulnerability so that other people can connect with you.
Yeah.
I was never going to write a memoir. I was always going to write a kind of how-to book. But the stories in my book open you up to how I was feeling so that you can really understand it.
Yeah.
You need to offer vulnerability as a writer, because there's nothing to connect with.
That is absolutely where the connection comes from, isn't it?
But that's the same. It's not just as a writer, it's as a person. If you're so, locked off, people can't connect with you. There has to be vulnerability. I posted something on Facebook the other day about how I was laughing. Because I made myself laugh. I was trying to take my pajama top off and I got stuck.
Oh, I remember that.
I just burst out laughing. It made me smile for the rest of the day. And then I posted on Facebook and said, just in case you think I've got it all together, today I got stuck in my own pajama top. And the amount of people who piled in on that with their own silly stories about things, and it was lovely. It was just a great, funny, human connection moment. Because we all do think that everybody else has got it together except for us.
Oh, and social media really.
Yes.
Because we show my social media me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like looking at the background here, but if I turned it around, you'd see a pile of dishes, it's like... Yeah. But we just show the good side.
We do. Yeah.
So it's vulnerability is really important. That softening of ourselves to ourselves as well. Because we're so harsh on ourselves. We're so judgmental. about how we should be doing it better, how we should have it together more, we should do this, we should do that. And we're so mean to ourselves. And that self-kindness is something I've had to learn as well through this process of just going, you know, you screwed up. You got stuck in your pajama top. It's like, yay me.
Yeah, and I'm not the only one who does daft things.
No. And everybody does. And that's the realization that connects us all. We are all, I love, Ram Dass has that saying, we're all just walking each other home. You know, I have my speciality in something, but some that I can help people with. You have yours that you can help. We can all help each other. It's not guru and follower. It's us all going, hey, I found this part of the puzzle.
Yes.
If you want to know about this part of the puzzle, come to me. But that's it.
That part, go to that person.
Go to that person. Yeah, because that's not my wheelhouse. That's not what I do. This is what I do. And knowing that, having that clarity, when you write about it, it's powerful.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That's top tips for writers, top tips for people
friends and family,
cancer, people around people with cancer, which with the statistics actually is.
It's for breast cancer. It's 1 in 8 women. That means 1 in 8. And in the UK, a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer every 10 minutes.
Blimey.
So if it is not you, it's one of your friends, it's a family member.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's something that touches all of us.
And how powerful, like, to be able to share that vulnerability. And this is what worked for me.
Yes. Yeah, and again, this is not a Bible. This is what worked for me, and I invite you to try this, to try that. There's loads of different techniques in there, so that you find the thing that works for you.
Yeah.
And the whole theme of the book is making the choices that are right for you. It's not follow my path. It's like, this is how you get clarity. This is how you shift emotions that are holding you back. But this is how you do it for yourself. And most patients are not even told that they can support themselves in any way. If they go for chemo, they're given sweets, yet we know that sugar is the worst possible thing for cancer. So there's just no guidance. There's no guidance on diet. There's no guidance on emotional healing, yet we know that emotional repression is a big factor in cancer. So you have to help yourself.
Yeah.
So it's self-care all the way, as it is in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that vision of that world where we have all of this really embedded from the beginning.
Oh, wouldn't that be amazing? But then, you know, this is our journey.
Yeah.
We become a different person through the things that we go through. And we learn, I mean, I would never have learned that level of self-trust without this experience. I'm not saying I would invite that experience back, but I do get, and I call them dark gifts. They came hard. They weren't learned easily, but they have gifts.
Yeah.
And you know, my favorite line from a book is Alice Sebold's book, Lucky. And it's a memoir, again, about a very difficult circumstance. And there's a line at the end of one chapter where she says, you save yourself or you remain unsaved.
You save yourself or you remain
unsaved. It's like, in reality, we are all saving ourselves. No one is going to come along and do it for you. You want to write a book, no one's coming along and doing it for you. You're frightened of putting yourself out there, No one is going to take that away. You have to save yourself. You have to find a way to get over it.
Mm.
So I love that. I just love you save yourself or you remain unsaved.
Mm.
To me, that's hugely empowering.
Because like any coach or mentor or teacher that is telling you that they have all the answers
Is wrong.
Oh no.
Yeah. But they have a part of the puzzle, and they have the part of the puzzle that triggers an insight in you.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, because a really good coach is not telling you what to do. They're asking you the right questions, so you have the insight that goes ka-ping. Because anything you take on from anyone else is not metabolized in your energy system. So you haven't learned it, you haven't felt it. And I always think about knowledge. It comes in this way. Knowledge comes into the mind, but it stays there. Then eventually it moves down and it comes into the heart where we really feel this is a truth for us. And then we start to embody it a bit more. But then it shifts down, and when it's in our gut, and this is how we live, and we're living our values, we know we've really got it. Then it's true. We've lived it. We really have something to offer.
It's I love how that goes back to about the vision, what's going to get you through.
Yes.
That really lived experience on the way to the vision.
Yes.
Present all of the processes along the way.
Yeah. And you won't like them all.
Yeah.
You know, was I sitting there going, oh my God, this is an amazing thing, and then I'm going to write a book about it. How fantastic, I've got breast cancer. No. That's not how it works. It is hell going through it. But you also know that hell is not your ultimate destination. Hell is there to teach you something.
Yeah.
You're passing through. You are not going to live there.
Yeah. Wow, I think there's so much to ponder in that. I know I'm going to go back and watch it again.
We could carry on all afternoon, but we're probably better not.
So no, thank you so much. That's just so much profound wisdom, and you know there's yeah, I mean it's stronger than before, and there is such a strength and a power behind the truth that you share, but in that way that's kind of like inviting you to connect with your own strength and power. And
yes, yeah, because I'm not here to tell you how to do it.
Yeah,
I'm here to help you connect with yourself so you will know how to do it. And that is always the mark of anyone who really wants to help. They don't want to create followers. They want to create people who will then go out and empower other people.
Yes. Yeah.
Whoa, good luck with your book. Keep writing.
Yes. So, your website will have been at the bottom. And then, have you got a Facebook page as well?
I have. So you can find me on Facebook at Alison Porter Author. And that's the same for Instagram. And I really like Instagram. I didn't think that I would like it so much, but I find that it's actually a very friendly place.
Yeah, there is something about Instagram, isn't
yeah.
it? Yeah.
And I don't, it's very attractive. I love the pictures and everything, but I didn't expect that there is actually a feeling. I couldn't see how there would be a sense of community, but you do. You can follow the hashtags, and then you really start seeing people who are doing interesting things. And yeah, I enjoy that. So come and hang out with me on Instagram because I really like it.
Cool. I'll have to see you there more.
Oh, yes, definitely. Oh, and I've got a group on. So if you go to my Facebook page, if you know anyone who's got breast cancer or it's in the family and you want to talk to somebody, then there's a Facebook group that you can get to from my Facebook page that you can ask questions in a private circumstance. Because this kind of stuff people don't want to talk about on a page necessarily.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, that must be just such a valuable resource. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
And you. And everybody watching.
Yeah. Okay. See you.
See you. Bye.
Bye.